Hey, what's up, everybody? Wardrobe here. A little Sunday night gaming. Got my stuff done. Get a little game time in before we get to our responsible lives and go back to work and do all that stuff. Got Jeff, aka Hex to Hex, with us on here. Jeff, what's up?
What's up?
What's up?
Good to see Todd back grinding this game out.
That's right. Let's get this thing done. I got 4 turns left. I'm not going to do the extended one. I'll just play up to May 22nd. And Jeff is nice and showing the box there, but he's going to be playing a little bit of East Front series, Kiev to Rostov, that he's been doing. So what turn are you on?
I'm halfway through 34, getting ready to start the Soviet segment.
Okay. Yeah, and what are the turns through on the scenario you're playing?
See, it started on, well, of course, the way these series of games work, Army Group South goes from turn 1 to 28, and then Kiev to Rostov picks up on turn 29, goes all the way to turn 85.
Oh, that's interesting. I might talk to you about that here in just a second. I'm going to do my little 30-second thing. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight, playing a little live game. We might have some people from Rocky's War Room joining us, and we'll see y'all here in about just a few seconds. Okay, here we are. You can hear me still?
Yep, loud and clear.
And I can hear you. Okay, good. Sometimes when I've done that 30-second thing, it doesn't jam here.
Now, when I'm in StreamYard and I turn on comments, I should be able to see wherever you got this going to, right?
Yeah, if you comment, yeah, it'll show. It's going to Twitch and YouTube, and then when they comment, it'll tell you where they're chatting from. It's all going to be YouTube for the most part, except unless McMurray joins.
All right.
Everybody, joining us is Matt.
What's up, Matt?
What's up? We got Charles Latour just jumped in. Oh, we got Transporting pre-order. Yeah, this is for pre-order on GMT. It's taken a while to get up to the number, but it's really worth it. It's a fun game. All the I don't even know how to say this. World War II 4X games, are really worth it, and it's a fun way to do operational, I guess, strategic or whatever. Probably, I don't know. What would you call this, Jeff? Strategic or operational?
Oh, somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. So anyway, these are really fun games. So they're not complex. They're not like, so Jeff's playing East Front series. There's OCS. Those are more complex and more time consuming and many more details. Oh boy, gun barrels on, DG off.
Oh, here it comes.
And these are really fun games. We can kind of talk about them as they're going tonight. And then we got Matt. Matt, what are you working on tonight? Anything or just hanging out?
I'm working on my Mythic America stuff, painting my final 2 leaders, and gonna watch you play France 40.
France.
Let's see. France 40.
I want to do this. I want to make. There we go. We'll do that. So you can still see Matt's lovely face there. And Jeff's showing the box there, but Jeff, if you want to put your camera on the board, whatever you want to do is cool, man. We're good.
Yeah. No, this is your game size. I want to see that. I don't want to see mine.
All right.
This Jeff, are you Hex to Hex?
I am Hex to Hex. Yes,
okay. So your name is Jeff. Okay. Nice to meet you.
You too, man.
Yeah, you comment on Matt, aka Rocky's War Room videos a lot, and we appreciate that. Okay.
Right there.
And
Matt, how you feel? I know you were down there for a day or two.
What's that?
So how you feeling? I know you were kind of down there for a day or two.
I mean, it's if you're friend on Facebook with me, it's no secret. I lost a pup this weekend.
Oh man.
So
animals are like family too.
Yeah.
14 years, right?
Oh Lord.
Yeah, we were there when she left. So it was pretty rough. It was our first daughter, me and my wife. So, and my wife and I, proper grammar. I'm on Wardrobe's channel.
That's right. Please.
She was 14 years, and it's just really weird, when you have something around for 14 years and someone around and then they're not here anymore. It's just kind of,
Yep.
you have no one to feed your pizza crust to.
Yes.
So
yeah, we actually noticed that. Well, we noticed it, but we noticed that when our dog that we'd had for 16 years passed, and we're kind of like, why is the floor? We just noticed. My wife at one point, or I said, hey, man, the floor always looks messy. Oh yeah, we didn't have the automatic vacuum going. We have a Roomba, but it's not as good as the dog.
We played her song. Her name was Faith. So we played Faith to Faith to Faith and ate pizza in her honor yesterday. So
that's cool.
She loved pizza. Like anytime pizza would come around, that dog would be right there. Anything else? No, but pizza was her thing and peanut butter. So she just couldn't get around anymore. She was falling down the steps and the kids, that was their first animal that, passed away. So they learned about death and things. So, I'm much better today. I was a wreck yesterday. I didn't think it was going to affect me as much as it did. So, but the boys handled the show. So
I hear you.
I guess it was entertaining. Paul Beckus.
Well, I don't know if it was entertaining, but it was on. So
I was just not in the mood to, do anything. So,
well, I mean, when we put ours down, like I said, I took that day off.
Yeah, I'm taking tomorrow off because we're gonna bury her tomorrow. So,
well, anyway, I'm sure that happened. And,
it's okay. I don't want to bring down your channel here or anything.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Everybody
was concerned, and that's why. And I appreciate it. All the nice comments and stuff from everybody. She was something else, man. So she was always there. But
yep, that's what they do.
But France
40.
France.
So I've kind of decided I got 4 turns left. There's no way the Germans are going to get what they need to get, so I'm just going to keep playing it out so I can keep learning the rules.
Well, what's the victory conditions for the short scenario? What do you have to attain?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know what the difference. Let's take a look at that. They're not complex scenario, victory conditions. It's just kind of a lot of little things to remember. And I'm not really sure I was thinking that through as well as I could of the whole game. But let's take a look here. Sickle cut. So why the extent? Okay, so if both players agree, okay, blah, 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 4 turns. In this case, victory is determined twice. Once at the end. Oh, that's interesting. So right now it's got 10 turns, and then you can play an additional 4. If you play the turn, there's 2 victory is determined twice. Once at the end of turn 10, and then again at the end of turn 14. If the player that wins at the end of 14 is different than the player that won at the end of turn 10, then the composite game is considered a draw.
It has an extended, right? Certain conditions make it extend.
Yeah, let's take a look. I think it's just up to the players. So you can just like either at the beginning or at turn 10, you can say, you want to keep going? Yeah, then you can just decide. The biggest difference would be is, the French are going to continue to get 4 reinforcements each turn, and the markers that the Germans can play on the French to kind of confuse them gets down to 0 at the end of it. I haven't really used those very well. I don't think. Haven't really seen much impact on them, really.
Right.
I mean, a little bit. I don't think they can attack when they got them on there. So I've kept those down. But anyway, I'm just going to play to turn 10. So the Allies get 1 VP for each eliminated German unit. You get 1 VP per isolated German mechanized unit. You get 10 VPs if the Allied player can trace a contiguous rail line from one X or N entry X to an S or W. That's not going to be a hard. Holy crap. An X to a W. That's like.
This is a 4X game, like Space Empires?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
There's an entry hex called X.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, they have north, southwest. I don't know why they don't call it northwest. It's really strange that they call them X. It's odd. Anyway, so if you can get a rail line going from this over here to here, then they get 10 victory points. I'm like, well, what? That's pretty. So the Germans really need to get over here and just block some rail lines and stuff. And all you need to do is zone of control. So you don't even have to be on the hex. And I'm way back here, and I got 4 turns, and I've only got this far in 6 turns. I mean, so
It's not bad.
maybe, but yeah, you need to push forward. You got, I guess these 683 units are really to block off these exits, and so that's how the German gets points. 1 victory point for each Allied entry hex closed. And the south entries are worth 2. But they must be able to trace a line of supply. So I got a guy way up here, but he can't trace line of supply right now. Oh shoot, he's probably supposed to be isolated. Whoops.
Cover the box.
And then 1 VP per unit hex off the north map edge. Oh, that's right. He exited off. But he still can't trace line of supply.
Line of supply.
Oh, hold on. So he could have traced line of supply. Oh man, I don't know. I didn't even look at that. Darn. Anyway, that's what I'm talking about. There's some victory conditions I kind of needed to nail down a little bit better, but we'll keep going here. Okay, German turn. And I'm not going to look at the comments. Pubakis, good to have. Paul's just painting all day today. He woke up with me going, and he's just painting all day long.
Peter, Toady.
Thanks, Gun Barrel.
GB's on here to raise hell.
Oh, Toady's on yet.
I just want to say thanks, Paul and Gun Barrel. I appreciate that.
Okay, German initial phase. Flips all the air units to their use and to the ready side. German move. Oh, wait, what reinforcements do they get? So they get turn 7. And the French start getting some special 118 units. Okay. I think those are calves. So this guy comes on 7C, 7C, 7B. All these 683s. I don't know. Okay, and all right, movement. So let's see what the Germans want to do here. These darn Zoc bonds are killing me here.
Yeah, plus it takes a while to master them.
The Germans, the move.
Man, this is just 7th. So, nope, I can't move there.
You playing the same game there?
Yeah, he's playing East Front series, which is all obviously East Front, and it's a much more detailed, a little bit more zoomed in scale than this.
Yeah, I'll give you a quick look through the camera.
Oh yeah, check out this. Here, let me put you as the main one here.
Oh my God. Yeah, you got something going on there.
Yeah, it's a 4 mapper. So, and of course all the activities over here around Kiev.
So I mean, you can see my box takes up, a quarter of the map. That box you just showed took up like nothing. He could put the box on his map and he wouldn't even have to worry about it because.
Right.
I can't wait. I hope North and Center get reprinted soon and get issued.
So yeah, Matt, this is just one game of 5. In the East West series, and you can combine them all.
Oh, very cool.
I'll tell you what, I spend an hour playing a turn, and I spend 45 minutes doing replacements, and I spend 15 minutes actually doing move and combat.
I thought I had a hard job learning how to play lock and load. Jeez.
Yeah, I've got my Motherland one up there, and I pulled the rule book out the other day to look at it. I was like, gee, buddy, Christmas.
Yeah, we this is Hex Encounter Week coming up, starting today, and we have the Falklands unboxing and the look at the core rule book and player aid cards videos coming out today or tonight or tomorrow morning, one of the two. So we can get started on the Falklands. And Mr. Wardrobe here is doing the intro for those videos for us. So him and his wardrobe and bow tie.
Well, I try not to miss anything you all do. I even watch, like I said, when y'all do some of the minis plays. I'm going to tell you right now, Matt, when you do the Civil War one, I want in.
All right.
That's my era.
Okay. You got it, buddy. I'll tell you one thing. They're going to be speed painted. There's just no doubt about that. I'm not even going to worry about highlights or nothing. So, Todd, do you want Paul Beckis's Gmail?
Oh. I think let's see. Are you wanting to get on here, Paul? Is that what he's on?
I don't know.
Green paper, and you do that droning in the background. Oh, hey, cool, Tony. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, we definitely got droning going on here. That's about what you're going to get.
Tony.
No, you can play. I can talk.
Yeah, I have your email address, Paul. Is that what you're asking there? Sorry, I'm a little slow on the uptick sometimes.
Got something to send you.
Tony, you promised me you were going to be playing a specific game, and I can't remember what the damn game is, but I know you haven't played it
yet. Well, Jeff, I got the U.S. Naval Fleet coming up soon, too. So for Victory at Sea.
Yeah, I tell you, man, you guys have struck a nerve with me because they'll tell you that I don't care for air and naval, any forms of, other than my close air sport games like this.
Yeah.
But ever since watching you guys, even the damn Western shootouts, somehow I got to get on there one night and play.
Absolutely. You know what?
See what it's like.
We have a game coming up soon that I'm planning, and I'm going to directly invite you right now to play with us. I can't give it away, but it is definitely Western. And as soon as the Mythic America stuff is painted, I'm going to start painting my Victory at Sea stuff. You're welcome to join us for that. But there's a shootout coming up, and I'd love to have you.
I'm down. Just let me know.
I will. I'm not sure if I'm friends on Facebook with you or not. I don't think so.
So, Pete Backus, I just sent you an email. Tony, thanks for joining us. Seriously, and get those papers graded. Tom, thanks for joining us as well. And we'll keep the droning going. Keep everybody, drone. Okay, where was I? I'm moving here. Okay. German's here. This is the exciting part. This is the part that, put my wife to sleep when Jeff was playing the other night.
Jeff, if you send me a request, buddy, I'll add you to my Facebook. If you're not into that, I was going to say, if you're not into that, no worries. I can take a Gmail address or something.
Yeah, it's probably easier. Just send me a Gmail at Hex to Hex Wargaming. I mean, I've got my, I don't have my Facebook up on this one right now.
Okay. I usually give the link in the messenger.
Oh, I can do that.
That's why I say Facebook. Usually, it's usually easier because sometimes my emails end up in your spam.
Well, the question is, how do I get you in Facebook?
Oh,
I'm not very good with Facebook, and I'm an IT guy. That's funny.
okay. You can go to Rocky's War Room.
Now that I do have. Oh, I got it. I know why. I watch you guys on YouTube. That's why.
Yeah.
Oh. I never thought about it on Facebook.
That's kind of how I give out the links, because you can just, pop it in Messenger and boom. Oh yeah, we got a private chat here.
Oh, Gmail address.
I got you.
Well, I don't mind saying it here, Paul. If you don't have it, it's itineranthobbyist@gmail.com. So
In the private chats, when I'm on Facebook.
I got you on the Facebook right now.
Okay, good.
How come I don't have a subscriber?
Just send me a friend request.
How can I make this difficult?
It's actually really easy.
Well, how come I'm not seeing it then?
Mr. IT.
Here, let's do this. I'm serious. I'm on your page, but I don't see.
Okay. I'll send you a friend request. If you're on Rocky's Warm Community Group, I can go right to you. Just look under admins.
Tony's Board Life says you need to remind me so I can play it. So Jeff, that's to you.
Yeah, I got to remember what the stinking game was, though.
Let's see.
I gave you a like. Can you find me that way?
Hang on. Are you in the Rocky's Warm Community Group? Yes.
Rocky, yeah.
Members. Oh, I can't find you.
Okay, what if I send you a message in there?
Let's see. You liked what? What did you like?
Oh, whatever it was on the when you first get the page, whatever your top thing was there.
Oh, the announcement?
Yeah, I guess that's what it was.
Yeah, it doesn't have.
All right. So I'm looking at the page. Got your nice, pretty Rockies World TV logo on top.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
What can I go to?
You see Chris Arnold's post? Calling these done?
Let me say that again.
See Chris Arnold's post that he says, calling these done?
Oh, okay.
No, I don't. Shit.
What's the first post you see on Rocky's Warm Community Group?
So I see the top one I see is the one that was yesterday for the Great Land Battles, episode 4, season 3.
Okay.
So
Did you like that?
Let me like that one right now.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. I
I
have to refresh the page. Hang on.
Woods cost.
You must be unfindable.
Well, that might explain a lot. Todd just missed. Well, I have Todd and the friends. Okay, let's do that. All right, so I'm going to add a friend. No, I can't do that either. Shit. Oh my God, that's terrible.
Have you liked anything else on our page?
Oh, let's do. Yeah. Well, yeah. I know.
Put your name in the private chat. How about that?
Oh,
There you are. I got
Yep.
you. Got you now. Yep, I just sent you a request.
oh, there it is.
Yep, there you go.
All right, got you now. Okay.
All right. So I will. There we go. I will find you in Messenger here. Let's see. I'll wave at you. There you go. I waved at you. Oh, invite to Messenger. You're not in Messenger. Okay.
Hold on. Let me do that.
This is where I send the links. There you go.
All right, gotcha.
So the links to join this will be sent that way, or you can send me your Gmail address too, and I'll send it to both.
All right.
So I've got a shootout planned. We're going to be playing Fistful of Lead. I'd like to play Gunfighter's Ball, but we haven't practiced that yet, and you kind of don't want to play that live unless you practice it. So I mean, it's pretty simple. It's like Gunfight Royale, just more involved.
Well, I get a kick out of watching you all play. So,
Oh, good. Thanks for watching them.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun watching Todd, and Not Jay roll poorly.
Not Jay cracks me up.
That poor guy, I swear, he cannot get a roll to save his life.
Well, I'm sorry, but the night that what was it? The girl threw an axe or a hatchet at somebody from behind or something.
Oh yeah, that was a Gunfight Royale. We actually were supposed to play that today, but I canceled everything for obvious reasons, and I'm sad because I really wanted to play that, and he hit me in the buttocks with his gun, and I hit him in the spine with an axe. That was what happened between me and him. That was pretty funny.
I'm rolling.
And him and Not Jay McMurray and Not Jay get an axe fight in a gunfight game.
Hey, Tom, have you pulled EFS out of the closet yet? Come on, get them set up. All of them at one time.
Paul Beckett says, ditch Facebook. Facebook is taking over the world.
I for years, had my grandkids, don't you dare get Facebook. I don't want to see you on Facebook. And look at me now.
Yeah. You know what? I'm more on Instagram and Reddit more now than anywhere else. Reddit is fantastic. It doesn't have all the BS that Facebook does.
Right.
And 20% of my viewers come from Reddit. So. And Toddy's on Twitch. Don't forget, guys.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Check him out on Twitch. He's got some great content over there. You don't want to miss it. Todd. Good to see you, buddy. Well, kind of see you.
Sort of. Okay, I gotta get some victories here. Let's go, boys and girls.
I sent you a message, Todd. I need to know what order the videos are by name.
Oh,
I can listen to them. I was only able to download 3 out of the 5. So
that's all you need to download.
Okay, good.
They're archived and they're not going to be used.
What's that?
The ones that are titled archive, you just ignore.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I can delete them out of there.
Not a problem.
I didn't want to delete them until I knew you could upload the other ones.
And I shared what I have so far put together in your Todd folder on the War Room folder.
I dropped an air chit. I can't find it.
Uh-oh.
Air chit. Oh, chit.
San Diego Chuck.
All right, so I got 511, so that's 2-1. That really needs to be 3-1. 6 and 4 10. That's only 3-1, and they don't have a tank, and they get the tank shift. So I'm gonna.
Not Jay said he might be coming on with us there, Jeff. So there you go.
Come on there, Not Jay.
He had to run to the store or something.
I think dinner, actually.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
This is pretty bad. I'm playing a game where I have all these Soviet units, and the only damn thing I can attack is when it's a mandated attack. Other than that, I don't do shit with them. Just run away or hold on. But I think that's about to change.
So, in that game, Matt, you have to attack certain hexes.
What?
And so, most of the hex and counter games you've played, you don't have to attack if you're next to a unit.
Oh yeah. You have Mm-hmm.
In this one, in certain cases, you have to attack, so you have to really think about
Well, I mean, you're seeing the enemy. You know, it's
And
kind of
plus,
forced.
I can't get good enough odds, but they got the damn. When you roll for replacements for the Soviets in this game, there's a chance you're going to have to make mandatory Joseph Stalin attacks. And they have to be so many steps or at least a minimal set of odds, and you're probably going to get your ass handed to you, but it's required that you do it.
Well,
All right, I got to find this other counter. Everybody give me positive mojo as I look for my counter I dropped.
That's all I can do.
You can do it.
And it just kind of took that lucky bounce under the tape. And yay, found it. Boom.
Yeah, that's happened to me already.
I wish I could use multiple air attacks on a thing. Oh, and you don't get the armor shift in cities attacks. Doc.
I got nothing.
But you do get the quality, and you get 2 on that one. So that's going to be 9, 11, 12. 12 to 2 is 6 to 1. 7, 8 to 1. That's an 8 to 1 attack, so 7 to 1. Okay, cool. I don't need that.
I would attack up here, but
12.
Gives a voice to crazy people. Paul.
21 to 7.
I must be crazy people there, Paul.
4 to 1.
I don't know. I don't use my personal page really all that much.
4 to 1.
I like Facebook for looking at how other people paint stuff.
So 8, 9. Here,
nothing here.
it's 9 to 14. That's 6.
What about this?
9 to 3.
9, 12, 13, 16, 18, 33,
Hut.
42. Hut.
3 to 1. 2 to 1.
I have a question, guys. One, I've been pondering for a year and asked countless gamers, but getting few answers. What do you think about the inherent lack of fog of war in board miniature games? Does it bother you, or do you remember any good game mechanics that emulate this effect?
I got a couple.
Muskets and tomahawks. They do great fog of war.
How's that work?
They have these tokens, and on the you count how many units, you add 3 more tokens that are fake units, and you turn them over. They have the muskets and tomahawks symbol on them, and 5 of those tokens are actual units, and the other 3 are not. If you have 5 units, and you move them around on the table, and you have to spot them. In muskets and tomahawks, you have to try to spot them. If you positively do, you flip the token. It could be a fake unit. It could be a unit. That's probably the only game I've ever actually played that had a fog of war type situation that worked quite well. And Mythic Americas has something along those lines as well. So it's almost the same.
I was just listening to the guy, Bruce Maxwell, I think, talking to Kev at Big Board about Air and Armor. It's a Cold War Gone Hot game from like 20 or 30 years ago that Compass is redoing. And he's got some things where you flip. You don't know what all the counters are that are attacking you. I didn't totally. There's a couple different fog of war things. One, you as the commander don't know necessarily what's going to attack. And then as a defender, you don't know. I think there are dummy counters, and you don't know the strength. And there's another game. I think not Panzer Command. There's a series of board games where that's the case. Oh my gosh, Jeff might know some of these games. I'm totally drawing a blank on.
Well, it's not Panzer Command.
No, it's Fall Blau, and some other ones. There's some new ones that have come out where it's a similar thing. You don't know when you go into attack, you flip a counter over that you don't know, and your unit's strength varies.
Yeah. Well, this game here has untried units that are on their flip side.
Okay.
And you only know that they're infantry and what their movement is. You don't know what their values are. And once you commit to attack on them and you flip them over, you're committed.
Tony, it's not a hex encounter game though. It's a miniatures game. Just wanted to throw that out there.
Oh, muskets and tomahawk.
Now,
Yeah.
I have for myself, because I can't, it's hard to do Fog of War. The only thing that I can do with me, like in this game here, with air, and I do it in OCS too, with air and, well, let's just take air. So my philosophy, and I got a couple people doing it, so that I don't have to brainwave, because if you're playing against yourself and you can do air missions and the opponent can counter your air missions with their air, well, that's pretty much useless to me, because I'm going to fly a fighter in to interdict, or a bomber interdict. Well, okay, the Russians are going to fly a fighter to counteract. So what I do is I roll a dice and I say, okay, am I going to interdict this headquarters over here? I'll roll a red dice for the Russians and black for the Germans. And I'll say, okay, if it's odd, then that side flies that mission, and then I'll blindly pull the aircraft out of a cup. And to me, it simulates where, because I'm sure it happened, where they aired and sent aircraft into zones or fronts or positions or whatever that they made a boo-boo. There was really nothing going on. It was the wrong place.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
So I get a lot of interesting results out of that.
So there are a few, like ASL has dummy units and hidden in place guns and things that they have there. So there's
Phantom Leader has their MiGs are all random draw, but that's a draw cup type system. It's not really a Fog of War. It's more of a solo game that you don't know what you're going to be facing, what target, that sort of thing. But
don't they have a solitaire system for a lot of those?
it is a solitaire game, really.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. DVG does a lot of solitaire stuff. Not a humongous fan, really.
I don't own any.
I mean, Warfighter looks pretty cool. But I don't know. My favorite lately is Wing Leader and Combat Commander. So, and I don't want to get anybody started on Wing Leader.
Richard, how you doing? Peter, what's up?
Yeah, we got some good chat going on in here, but yeah, Great War at Sea. Yeah, some of this naval games kind of ask for it, like you kind of really need it.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. If you want to play something that's rules are extremely thorough and detailed, and it takes a lot to understand. But if you want to play something that has I don't know if you can call it a Fog of War, but the MMP Civil War Brigade series or the Napoleonic Brigade series, where you have to write orders.
Oh.
And you have to execute those orders until complete, or until you can successfully get a change order.
Yeah, that's a hard pass.
You talk about funny.
I looked at that and go, nope.
I played like 3 of them, and I can remember playing Perryville and having the Confederates move into a location that I thought I think it was Phil Sheridan was initially moving to, and then I decided to change Sheridan's orders, and his were successful change, but the Confederates, they didn't get a successful change, and they just right out into the middle of a pike and artillery unloaded on them. So,
have you ever played any of the Next War series stuff?
None of the new ones.
No,
I have not bought one yet.
Korea is one I got. I wanted Vietnam, but I got Korea instead. There's quite a bit of Fog of War in that. I mean, you got to know what units you're bringing in, but a lot of like naval superiority and air superiority and stuff like that. You know what tokens you have, but you don't know which ones will be flown out. It depends on weather. It depends on the weather and the wind direction. And I mean, it gets pretty, there's a basic game, which is not basic. And then there's an advanced game, which is insane. But it is a good game. There is an element of Fog of War in that. And Silver Bayonet does that too. You don't know where the Viet Cong are going to be, or Silver Bayonet has like a little chart AI system where they pop up at. And that's kind of Fog of War-ish, is it not?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, Hell, you could say the dice roll is a fog of war itself.
Yeah.
Hey, Toady, you're this okay? So that idea, if like all of these units have like some kind of a dummy marker or something you put on top of them, and I know I heard Bruce Maxwell say it with Kev the other night that you're playing a big game with a lot of units, and you're moving from one end to the other, and you move your units or you do combat, and then when your combat's over, you flip the units back to their hidden side or you put the marker back on them. In a big game, I get his point about I would forget too by the time I got through the whole line and went back up to where that unit attacked it. I would have forgotten what the hell was in that stack.
I forgot about that one. Space Empires 4X. Every one of your squadrons that you build against your opponent is hidden. It's got a dummy token. So you don't know what you're encountering spaceship-wise,
Right. Well, in the great campaigns of the American Civil War, they have the off-map chart where you can put all the strength markers underneath the commander, put them off to the side, and just have the commander's token on the board.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And if you're playing against somebody, well, you hide your board.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And doesn't the new Chancellorsville game, is it Worthington? Is Worthington made that new Chancellorsville Civil War game where they have the blind charts up in front of each player or something like that?
I don't know.
There's always something different, it seems.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think. I know there's a lot of there's some scenarios, fog of war scenarios type thing where you put a screen up between you, for deployment. But once you release the screen, you see where they deployed their stuff. Even that could be kind of fog of war as well. Blind setup or whatever.
Right. What are you doing, Todd?
Now, hold on. I kind of got to think here. I'll forget.
Get your diary out right now.
I have one, not a diary, but I have a notebook that I have for my all my Hex Encounter games that I didn't purposely do. I guess I did purposely do it. But any notes that I have for things I have to remember, in particular games, I set a page aside and go, hey, remember this. Don't forget this. Like when I break out flying colors, I had to draw my own little diagram for, beating and against the wind, that kind of stuff. I felt stupid that I had to write it down.
No, some of them you have to. Some of the later Simonitch games like I'm playing here, there's just lots of little exceptions, and it's hard to remember them.
Yeah. The weird rules.
Yeah.
I learned a bunch today that I just wasn't applying. Then probably not have too much of an effect, but it would, I think, as this game goes on. But hey, I think most of us say that's the best way to learn. Just start playing.
Yeah. Yep. And that's what I've done with Lock and Load, and it really was actually pretty easy to kind of pick up some of the concepts.
Well, I will say this: the look of the rule book impressed me. That's a definite. The way it's laid out. I tell you, the best rule books though that I've ever, in the stuff that I've opened up are the old Victory games. Just the way they laid those rule books out.
Oh yeah.
I went ahead and pre-ordered and paid for it ahead of time for Compass's remake of NATO.
Oh yeah, it looks like a big game.
Yeah, I had to do it. And I went ahead. I pre-ordered MMP's 2 new ones.
What's that? Which one are those?
BCS ones. I think I got 12 games on pre-order. The one I'm waiting for is Into the Woods: The Great Battles of the American Civil War from GMT.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Was that a P500?
Yeah, it passed its mark a long time ago.
Yeah.
Matt, do you have any interest in those games? Because I know you kind of like American Civil War history, but
Honestly, I've got 10 mil, 28 mil, and 12 mil now of American Civil War, and I have some 6 mil. So I don't know if I'm going to be picking up a hex and counter game of it, but I don't know. It's a possibility. I have one. I just haven't opened it yet. So
What you got?
the GMT series one.
Death Valley.
Yeah, Death Valley.
Great, and it's got small ones in there. So,
but it's one of those things. It's like I got all these miniatures for Civil War. I just haven't done anything with it, and I don't want to get rid of them. It's weird.
Charles, you're right. They are the fun rules. They can change the pace of a game. That's for sure.
What's that?
He's talking about I was mentioning about the writing down the strange rules of the game because I can't remember.
Yeah. I have diagrams. I have rules. I have a page dedicated to each game. Flying Colors was a lot of fun. I really enjoy the hell out of that game. And that's what kind of got me launched into naval. So never played a naval game before, ever had no desire at all whatsoever. And I ordered Flying Colors after watching a couple videos. I forgot whose videos I watched of that. Not a lot out there. And I sat down and played 3 games of it and was absolutely in love with it. And that's probably my favorite game so far, next to Space Empires.
Really?
Yes.
Now, I tell you, there's one sci-fi game that if I wasn't so enthusiastic about World War II, the Civil War, that I would probably spend the money on, and that is I want to say it's GMT, but I'm not sure, the Aliens games.
Aliens?
Yeah, from the movie Aliens.
Oh, yeah,
I would love to try one of those.
That's a miniatures game, is it not?
Well, it has tokens on a board, but
Oh, okay.
they have the Alien, and I think they have the one with the Space Marines is the ones that I want to try.
They're not Space Marines. They're Colonial Marines.
Oh, I'm sorry, Colonial. Why don't you put her in charge, man?
Bill Paxton. He's such a stooge.
It's a shame he died.
I don't like that man at anything.
Todd, I'm thinking about trying this one next.
What is it? Is it Manstein?
The Lost Victory one from GMT.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that except that I know it exists.
Yeah, a buddy of mine had it down the road. It's just it was punched and everything, but nobody ever clipped it. I think everything's there. So,
My first hex and counter game, I couldn't think of it, and I was on the what is that? Buy sell trade, COSIM or whatever.
Consum World.
Yeah, and I saw
Consum Marketplace.
I saw somebody had it, and I go, "That's it!" And it was Red Steel.
Red Steel. Wow.
Yeah, and that was back in mid '90s, and I was like, "Oh, I'll try a hex and counter game. This looks great." I looked at the rules and was so confused. I said, "Nope, I ain't never doing that."
Oh, and I can't play that one next. I got to play Panzer Commander Nuts.
Ooh.
Somebody sent me that game, and I'm going to play it. I got a couple unboxings I need to do too. Jesus Christ!
How about Fields of Fire?
That's.
You guys want it?
I own one card-based game. That's Napoleonic Wars.
Oh my God! You want to talk about a tough game to understand?
Yeah, you got a hard one there. When you said you bought that one, I'm like, okay, good luck, man. Bye.
Yeah, I know.
But you got to try them.
I know. I have Alex, my great rules reader, and doesn't need notes. Son was like, "What?" He couldn't even figure it out. We had to sit there together and do it.
That's hilarious.
Oh, it's so tough. It's neat. I mean, I like the way it works, but it's tough, man.
Hey, Todd, are you and McMurray going to do the It Never Snows like you did the other game?
McMurray.
Yeah, we'll probably do that at some point. I don't know when. We haven't really talked much about it.
Well, when you do, let me know what scenario, because I'm going to set mine up, I think, and play the same scenario you all are.
Okay.
We're gonna play combat.
I can lose.
Okay, cool.
Todd and I are gonna play some Combat Commander
Yes, we are.
eventually. I have to say that's my favorite World War II game.
Now, is that also laid out cards, or is there hexes in that thing?
Oh no, it's hexes. There's no tanks, infantry only. It's card driven, so there's no dice. The dice is on the cards.
Can you roll dice just for fun?
If you really run into, but all 72 possibilities are on the cards.
Oh my God.
So it is neat the way it works. It's probably the most interesting I've seen and the most fun, because when you have to roll dice, you flip a card and that card could have a red circle around it. And if it has a red circle around it, it triggers an event, or it triggers something else happens, like a gun jamming, an event of some kind, artillery. It's a neat little system.
Right.
It's my favorite World War II game, miniature, hex, encounter, board game. Otherwise, like if I want to play World War II, I go, hey, let's play Combat Commander. I'd play it over Bolt Action. I'd play it over any miniatures game.
PB, don't tell me that.
Huh?
PB thinks that's the greatest board game ever made, too.
I totally agree. Paul Beckett, I'm with you, buddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get one.
It's so much fun. I don't know how to describe it. It's just different, and anything can happen. They have that element of surprise. They have the element of weird things, random war things that happen, and the maps are fantastic.
Yeah, I think it's just such an elegant. Chad Jensen did it, and Kai and others who developed it did it. It's just a super clear rule book. Everything's on the cards. You don't need very many, tables to look at, and there's so many crazy things that can happen. And they've had tournaments, and a lot of the same people win them. So that tells me that it's not just a luck thing, because a lot of people don't like it because maybe I never get a fire card and Matt just walks across the table. It's like, well, but I have to figure out other ways to stop him. I mean, it's a factor, but it's my job to figure out how to win with the hand I'm dealt. And, and so I don't know. There's just something really elegant about it. I mean,
it's awesome. And
it was the first one that I got, was able to read the rules, was able to play and understand and play it and have a good time. So, and I've said this a million times on this channel, so much that I thought every rule book was as clear as that one. I realized soon that was not the case. But I'm glad I found it, and it encouraged me to go keep finding more games. And like Matt was talking about, he had that game, and I've had that before. I mean, I played Squad Leader, and I thought it was the most complicated thing ever back in the 90s. Well, now I play it, and it's like super easy.
Yeah.
Right.
So the more games you play, the more concepts you get, and the more, it's pretty cool. I haven't been paying close attention to the chat at all. I apologize, everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, there's Great War Commander. I want to try that, Paul, because
I have it.
No, good for you. So
it's been $120 getting it, but
yeah, but I've heard that, Paul, and yeah, so
better maps. Yeah, they're more detailed.
A lot of people did like Flat Top. I've never played that one. That's a blind system, isn't it? Meaning you don't know what's going on. Man, I'm sorry, I've been commenting on the things here. I'm reading a massive book on Kursk. It makes you want to play the Death Ride Kursk games to get good maps to follow. Yeah, that's what's the book? Is it by Glance or somebody else? I mean, there's so many books on that battle. Oh, that's pretty cool, Peter. Oh, I see. You just want the map so you can kind of know what's going on too, right? Yeah, I mean, all this chrome and stuff that games have they can sometimes be a headache, but they do make the game unique. Some of them, unless they go overboard. But Mark Simonitch puts just enough in these, which is why Combat Commander is cool because the chrome is built into the cards, so you don't have to remember stuff.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Where am I here?
And I have a fog of war, kind of, sort of, with the cards and the order system, because you don't know.
That's a fog of war thing, I think, in a way.
Because you don't know what cards you're going to get, and every time you go through all your cards, it's another turn. It's another, like, moves the clock forward when you run out of cards. It's pretty neat. So you're wanting to be, flipping through your cards as often as possible, or as quick as possible, and based on whether you're an attacker or a defender is based on what your hand size is and how many orders you're allowed to play, and and there's only 7 orders, right? So I think it's like 7.
Okay, so they're nothing. Oh, interesting.
My son and I play it all the time. He loves it.
Okay. I'm trying to attack the Maginot line here. It's probably a waste of time here, but let's see. So
I hate those systems, at least the ones I've tried. It doesn't feel realistic or fun type of randomness. What do you say? Those systems?
Ah, man, I need one more in there.
Activation system.
Activation, like chip pull activation, or just you got to decide which units you're going to activate? Like, I know, like the Revolution games, like Narva, Königsberg, they have where, like, you might have 6 activations, but you've got like 9 parent units, so you can activate 6 of them.
Yeah.
That'll get your brain going.
Probably no armor shift either.
I may have to pop out for a moment.
Who's popping out?
I said I might have to pop out here in a
Okay.
moment. Yeah, I might be back though. So
3, 7, 10, 13, 13, 19 to 7. Okay.
Hike.
So now, oh wait, that's 11. Doggone it.
I think it's enjoyable when I'm playing Flying Colors or something solo. I thought it was funny. My wife caught me doing the British and French accents when I was playing Flying Colors. She walked in right behind me like a ninja, recording me on video, going, oh, take that, you British idiot, and here's your baguettes back, you French bastard, back and forth.
4 to 11.
Doing the accents, and she got it on video, and she laughs about it and shows it to me all the time. This is you, she says. Then she showed it to the kids. This is how you do not want to end up. I said, listen, I can be a kid all I want. Are they really? They're working on a Chad Jensen tribute supplement of Combat Commander. Chad Jensen tribute supplement. Don't like him. Sounds like you agree.
That's going to be 3.
I have the Vietnam coin game, but have never set it up. That's interesting. I have one coin game, and it's Falling Sky. And if you've never played a coin game before, they're just overwhelming as hell at first. And because every single army or faction in the game plays differently and has different victory conditions and just plays completely different to the other. In Falling Sky, the Romans play similar, but completely different from all the barbarians, which there's 4 factions of them, plus Germania. They all have different goals and different things they're trying to do, and coin system is not one of my favorites. Falling Sky is fun, but it's one of those games I set up, played a few times, and just did not enjoy. As much as I thought I would. It's the counterinsurgent stuff.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot to it.
I've watched a few people play, and it does seem like there's a lot of activity going on.
Well, it says so. It's a solitaire game, or you can play it solitaire, but the solitaire rules are like 20 pages for each faction. And they have flowcharts, which is wonderful. But one turn took me an hour playing solo, to figure out. You English pig dogs. I read the rules in the example book. It is a very interesting system. It is very interesting. Anyone play Fleet series of games? I have 5th Fleet. I love that game. What is that?
It's a
Fleet.
Pretty popular.
Rough Swordsman likes that stuff.
Huh. Oh, the YouTuber?
Yeah.
Oh, is that what he's playing?
Yeah,
He's not playing that right now.
he got a bunch of them. I know that.
Really? I guess I'll have to look in his archive for that, because I didn't think I've never heard of that. 5th Fleet is a good game. Huh.
So 5th Fleet, 2nd Fleet, the whole Fleet series, it's very popular. I mean, Cold War, gun hot type stuff, but yeah.
Okay, that's not my era. Like,
Well done, though. People were like, I wish there was one equivalent to World War II like that.
yeah, I have no miniatures, World War II miniatures. Well, no, I take that back. I do have some Old Glory ones for when we play Fistful of Lead over here, which we're going to be doing. I got Germans and Americans. We're going to be doing some little Fistful of Lead action on the table, live plays, whatever, what have you. But I sold all my bolt action. I don't have any more World War II miniatures whatsoever. And if, like I said, if I play World War II, it's going to be Combat Commander. It gives me my fix. Or I just go to Todd's house.
Yeah, when we do that.
When we're allowed to. Compass Games will ruin it if they remake it. Are talking about releasing the Fleet series.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like the way they handle games.
It's the Grognard.
Come on in if you want to, Dev. You're probably playing a computer game or something. Or
He's play testing.
Or he's play testing.
Yeah.
So 12, it's 4-1, 3-1, 4-1. So 4-1. Come on, buddy. Come on. I appreciate you guys talking, because I've had a lot of combats and I've been very quiet.
It's okay, Todd. I noticed that. That's why I, stepped in there and did that for you, buddy.
We got to keep the droning going on.
Was that it?
That's perfect. Okay, so I want to determine defense in the woods.
Zoom your camera in on you one time, Todd, so I can see your map.
I cannot zoom in here. I'm going to have to take the camera off.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. I mean, I'm sorry. I was going to say, can you make the picture focus on you just for a few seconds?
What, on Todd himself?
You want to see me? Oh, whoa.
Not you, the map.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Mr. Devin.
Well, since you insisted, I figured I would
look at
come.
this guy.
What's up?
Man, that was scary there for a second. I look up and woo.
Hey, I'm not that ugly.
This is bad, but I got to walk up to my TV and get right in front of it to see where the gray and the blue units are. You got some gray guys way out there in the way I'm looking at it, to the north top of the map there. Are they?
Yeah, I got a couple more battles and I'll kind of give the situation here.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, just be patient. All right.
I can't. I'm trying to take over Russia.
Mr. Grognard,
Yes, sir.
look out for tomorrow morning. couple videos were recorded.
Ooh. I got to take the wife to get her vaccine shot, so I
That's
probably
okay.
won't catch him too early.
That's okay. I'll wait until after that.
Yeah, but I'm like 2 hours behind you anyway, so
That is true. It'll be rendered in 4K by then. So there you go. We decided to record them rather than do them live. So.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I look forward to seeing. Did you catch the Friendly Fire episode I did earlier? I know Todd was around. Weren't you, Todd? I could have swore I saw you, Todd.
No, it wasn't me.
Oh, okay.
Can't let Dev look pretty all by himself.
I need all the help I can get.
It finally worked this time, didn't it? Because last week you had the technical difficulties. This week it went through.
Yeah, but I made sure to turn my camera off. No one needs to see my ugly mug when two of us are playing. Good game though. It was really good match. Rich, actually, I think I saw him pop in and say something in the comments. Just delightful opponent. Had a really good time playing with Rich earlier today. And he had the absolute worst, horrible luck in the world.
So he played Nache style.
Basically, except for the no access to the face this time. So
everybody talks about that. That was such an epic moment. It really was, and it was we were supposed to have it happen today, but it didn't happen. So next Sunday we're gonna have possibly another axe fight. So
very cool.
Yeah,
no play testing for me tonight. I'm burned out on that. I actually talked to the designer and I sat down and talked tonight for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So we're getting things are ratcheting down on it. So we're getting closer to getting ready to release it.
You all said Fleet Series, and Dev came out of the woodwork.
Yeah, my ears burn when anybody mentions the Fleet Series. I apologize.
I'm signing off. Lunchtime. If you're still here, letter on. I'll jump back on. Great chat. See ya, Paul Beckus.
Thanks, man.
Oh, Paul. Great game. A lot of fun. Loaded dice against me. Yeah. That was okay. Richard's the one saying Fifth Fleet is a good game. There you go.
Yeah, Fifth Fleet's not bad. My preference is 6th and 7th, mostly because 6th was the first one I ever picked up. So that that's my baby. And then 7th Fleet, I spent so many years floating around 7th Fleet waters. I know that place like the back of my hand. So, but yes, the Fleet series is really good. 3rd Fleet was kind of crappy though, because that was all the Caribbean, and it's like, well, okay.
My son and I broke out Wing Leader today and played the first 3 scenarios, and he enjoys the heck out of it. So we're going to keep playing that.
Cool.
And Combat Commander, of course. Did you put that on YouTube, didn't you?
Which one?
Your game today.
Oh, I'm actually uploading it right now. I just finished it. Yeah, no. Whenever we do something on Tabletop Simulator, we always stream it to Twitch because we get a better resolution with computer games on Twitch. And then I download it and re-upload it to YouTube, which I'm legit. I'm doing it right in the middle of doing it right now. It takes forever to download because it's like 2 hours worth of video, and then processing 2 hours worth of video, and then upload. I mean, I'm starting at 7 o'clock. It might be ready by midnight.
Okay, I was only able to catch like maybe 20 minutes of bad rolling. It was good. I mean, I try to catch as much as I possibly can, and it just I don't always. I have to put it in my watch later. That's what I was going to do. Yeah. So I'm off tomorrow. So we are receiving and burying Faith tomorrow. So I'll watch it before that happens. So that way I can see how well your rolling is, Devin.
Well, my rolling wasn't that great. I mean, honestly, my rolling was average. Rich's rolling was well below average.
So. Yeah, we call that a notch.
Oh my gosh.
So this this damn thing, the air units in this thing, they have 2 numbers on them, or they have 3 numbers, but they have close air support and interdiction are like right beside each other. It's the one rule in this damn game that every time I pull an air unit out, I got to go look at the chart to remember.
Yeah, we looked through the lock and load rules today, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. There ain't nothing cooler than having the parentheses. Here's where it's at in the rule book, and then in the rule book, the parentheses of where it's at on the player's aid. I have to applaud how that rule book is set up.
Well, the person you need to thank for that is Keith, and I'm sure he probably lost his mind putting that rule book together.
Oh my God, an index is so hard to do, and it's like 30 pages of the index in the book.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
it's like that poor man. You know, but he did it, man.
Yeah.
All right, that is downloaded.
Oh shit! Can't put him there.
Ah, dadgummit.
What happened?
No, I didn't fence the guy in, so I didn't get a chance to defeat him on this turn. So shoot fire, as I say. Okay, man, I got a lot of battles with Jamie. This is taking a long time here. Golly.
I'm not hearing the clunking of dice over there, Todd. What's up?
I got a padded thing here.
Well,
Yeah.
that. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that. Got to have the dice rolling. You got to have the sounds of the dice.
Hey, I've got that dice tower too.
I tried to say that one night on your stream when I saw it sitting on your table.
Yeah,
I
Amazon
like it's got the
special.
low platform at the bottom.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I call it the Amazon special. Anytime anybody asks me, that's the Amazon special right there.
Yep. Cheapy, but it works fine.
I like how small it is because
Yeah.
it fits on the table. Dice towers are so essential. You know what? I also found this. You know those snap dice trays that they can go flat or they snap together. Well, mine it's over there. So I got 2 different kinds of those. I got like the leather ones, and then I got the felt ones.
Oh, like these.
Yeah, but they're octagonal or whatever.
Yeah. I like this one with the magnets, but the tray's too deep and it's too small.
Yeah.
Close it up. That's cool.
Oh, goodness gracious, man. Okay. There's a lot of stuff going on in that turn. Still German turn, but German combat. Yeah, so I've got some. I was able to finally break up this line that they had made with the dial line all the way up to Braun-l'Alleud. So this whole part here is really opened up. Sorry, I can't zoom in on it. I don't have it running through Logic Capture. So that's opened up for them, and the zones of control bonds are changed. The Germans also got another unit off the board to get some points and close off another exit. And this guy's still out of supply here. And then, yeah, they made some advances here. They took over the town of Valencia. I really should learn how to pronounce these names because I know we sound like complete goobers, but we broke through here, and so they should have been in this town by the 18th and this town by the 18th. They are not there. They're 2 days behind the historical schedule. So, oh shoot, something needs to happen with that train. What happens when that train?
John, what's up?
Yeah, man, I appreciate you guys keeping up with the chat here.
So what's up with the double ones, John? I've always wondered why you always roll double the ones in the chat. It's like a bad luck symbol or something.
What's up, John?
Snake eyes.
He likes his snake eyes.
It's good in ASL. It's good in some games. I totally got hosed in attacking the Maginot Line. Imagine that. But they did cross the river and get behind the Maginot Line, so now they're making progress here. And they're only 2 away from getting off a southeast exit here. And they're making a little bit of progress near Reims. And they did knock down Charles de Gaulle down one, so he's now down to a remnant, which is low quality. And
did you say Steven Seagal?
Yeah, Steven Seagal's unit.
Knocked down his Seagal? Poor guy.
I need to look up trains because I think this train guy needs to happen.
So, unrelated and a little funny. I found a Steven Seagal miniature out there.
Hey, who was it? Now it wasn't you. I want to say it was Vic's Miniatures, but he had. I don't know, maybe it was you. No, it was either you or him has a hotel or something, or that's named after from the Pale Rider. I don't know if it's a general store or something, but it's
Vic does.
Vic does, yeah. And I asked him, he was painting some new characters for it. And I said, "Are you going to have a preacher in there with 6 shooters?" And he said, "If he can find one, he's going to paint one." So,
well, Thingiverse has a ton of miniatures out there, and they have a Steven Seagal one that's absolutely awesome. It looks like Steven Seagal, and I'm having somebody print it for me, and I'm going to do a fistful of lead Steven Seagal style. You know, where he's just ridiculous. One guy he rolls D20s instead of D12s. You know, and he's gonna go around wrecking face. It's gonna be fun. I'll let Todd play that one.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome. You can be him.
All right. German recovery phase.
Just says thanks, man. All right, moving on.
Yeah, that's great, man. Okay, whatever. Okay.
Pretty much. I don't expect anything. Didn't expect anything less there, Toddy. Appreciate it, buddy.
It's my pleasure.
damn it, I boo-booed.
He's out of supply now. Good work.
Oh,
4.
Wow.
why is it so hard to find?
4 and
Got it. Oh, are all these guys out of?
1 armor. I had 4. Shit. Yeah, this big table's great. You got to walk all the way around it 20 times.
Oh, save that.
He moved.
Oh, there we go.
Good.
See if I can do this.
Oh, there he is.
Awesome.
Sure hope I'm reading these supply rules right. I guess I'll assume I am until I'm not. Okay. It's good. So is he always out of command, out of supply then?
Dang it. I had a question for you, Devin. I've totally forgot, man.
The problem is you'll remember like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Right?
That's the way it always works for me.
Yeah.
Well, what was the question over?
It was about lock and load. Wanted to ask you about a couple of the things that was in it. I can't remember what it was. I'll remember it as soon as I watch what we recorded.
Right.
Oh, the audio version of the rule book.
Yes.
Is that if you order the rule book, is that free for you? Or
No, that's a separate, completely separate purchase. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Because I got it on Audible. So
yeah.
For $10, no doubt.
Yeah, it's basically just an audiobook. We had the guy's voice who does it is wonderful. I mean, he doesn't really know much about war games, but he did a pretty good job on the recording of it regardless.
I think he did a great job.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, that's what it was. I'll ask you in the texter.
Okay.
Unless Todd doesn't give a crap.
Why would Todd give a crap?
Nothing.
Yeah. I give a crap. So where's the
There we go. Never mind. Found it.
Okay, so basically couldn't have done it at all, so he still has to sit there. So he can't exit off that yet. All right. Oh, he's out of supply.
Ooh. -4. Well, they could have made this damn Soviet surrender table dice roll a little bigger.
Do what I do. Go to BGG and see if anybody's made up alternative play aids or anything like that to make your gameplay a little bit easier.
Or I could just roll like 3 dice and choose the best one.
Whatever.
Well, I will say this. The Germans have now punched across the Dnieper River in 5 places. And they're not going anywhere but in one of them.
All right, everyone's in supply. Awesome. All right, so that's already off, and that is what comes off here. So that goes over there.
Is that game turn?
So this is what they call the GQG phase. It's where the Germans place this on units to confuse, reduce it. They can't attack, blah, blah, blah.
That's the phase I used to always screw up.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, because I'm not doing a lot of attacking as the French, so it's like, I don't know what the right person to put this on. How about if I put it on strength? Oh, he's only 5. Can I put a GQG on a headquarters? So this one has a nice index.
Deb, what are you playing right now? You playing anything? I've been trying to get. I saw your goblin stuff, but you're.
No, right now I'm just doing some play testing for one of the games that we're looking to try to get Kickstarter by the end of the month. Point Blank for
right.
So.
Oh yeah, Gimpy been covering that.
Gimpy is going to be doing the boot camp videos for that, but his wife is pregnant yet again and is due sometime this month, and I believe she's going to be having a C-section, so he really doesn't have the time right now to be able to do much anything. I think I saw him post something earlier, but it was nothing heavy like any boot camp videos for the upcoming Point Blank game. So
yeah, because you got a couple of light ones out there I saw or something.
Yeah. He's been doing Black Fleet, I guess. So.
How dare him?
I know. Do a Warlords miniature game that somebody doesn't like.
I can't believe I've actually played 7 turns in this game and haven't thrown a fit yet.
You're doing what? BCS?
Yeah, Eastern Front Series GMT.
Yeah.
I got the BCS rules on my nightstand. I read a little bit of that here and there, and GTS out on the freaking coffee table. I read a little bit of that.
I keep saying anybody who tackles any of those TCS, BCS, SCS, OCS, whatever games, braver men than I am because I just can't.
Well, I mean, okay, so I've got those two, BCS and GTS on my agenda. I have the LNL Tactical. I've got that one, and then I've got the CSS system from Compass. I've got all of those right now in my brain to do something with.
See, I'm lucky if I can keep one rule set in my brain at a time. So, because as soon as I start reading the rules for another one, the rules for the first one start leaking out. So,
it's like passwords at work.
exactly.
Well, I mean, I'd have to say that the Great Battles of the American Civil War, the GMT versions, Civil War Brigade Series from MMP, OCS, SCS. I think I've got those systems. I'm about 85 to 90% efficient with those. And I'm seeing some of these guys that are pretty smart. I notice there's a few of them out there that'll play a series of games, and they'll just play through as many of them as they can until the rules are just embedded in their brain. Then they'll move on to something else. And I'm thinking maybe I should do that. But there's limited series that you're going to have that many. You all would be one.
Yeah.
OCS, the MMP series, those would be one. Great Battles would be one. But like I said, I've already got most of that done.
Yeah. Well, you could always move on to Advanced Squad Leader then.
I'm sorry. Are you handing me a gun with a loaded book? A buddy of mine down the road, he was going to give me the big manual. Was it Beyond Valor? Was that like the big box?
Yeah, Beyond Valor was the base one. You needed that because it had all the admin markers in it, plus the German and Russian OOBs.
Well, he was going to give me those two items plus another one of the boxes for $100. And I mean, I almost walked out of the house with it, and then I said, "Man, I can't do this. There's no way. I'll stop playing everything else I got if I do that."
It's a lifestyle game, that's for sure. I spent 30 years playing it off and on, and I got tired of after every game feeling like I gave birth to an accountant. So, yeah.
I've watched a bunch of people play it, in the military over the years, but we had a couple of guys at Fort Drum that every weekend they were downstairs outside of the armory in the basement playing, sitting on buckets and old crates sitting in the middle of the mat. I go down for a little while, watch them play it because I had my games with me, but I was still mostly SPI and Avalon Hill in those days.
Yeah.
But I never got the desire to play it. It looked intriguing, but
to get good at that game, you have to commit yourself to that game. And usually to commit yourself to that game, it comes at the cost of every other game in existence. So the group that I had here in Seattle, fortunately, it was a good group. We had, 12 to 15 people usually every games day that we would get together. The problem is only one other guy would even think about playing something other than ASL. So... And the guys were good. We had one Grand National champion. We had another guy who's probably one of the best mentors of the rule system out there. We had some good. They were very, very knowledgeable and humbled and kicked my ass many a time. But I realized I am never going to be good at this game because I don't want to commit the time to have to be good at this game because that means I'll give up playing everything else. And I don't want to do that. And that's why I didn't do that.
I'm amazed. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know, and I had a game. I had in their Quiet Fields, the first version.
Yeah.
And when I came back to gaming, that was the only MMP game I had. I didn't even know who MMP was. And then when I came back and started playing, I was like, "Oh my God, look at these games!" And I'm amazed at all the stuff since probably the mid 80s, maybe late 80s that I have not seen because I still had games, but I had stopped playing. Now I've got 4 bookshelves filled with them.
It's an addiction. We all have a problem. We all need interventions.
Tavar, what's up, buddy? There's an interesting idea, Tavar, a Siri rules guide.
Funny you should mention that.
We got
I can't say anything, but maybe we're going to see Lock and Load Tactical on Alexa.
that would be freaking phenomenal. That would break the mold of everything right there.
Well, it's not the first one to be done. There was who did it first? I think it was one of the GMT games that somebody went through, or maybe it was Old School. No, it was Old School Tactical. It was Old School Tactical. Somebody went through and did Alexa up for OST.
Wow, that would be. Well, the first thing that comes to my mind is all these little rules, little odds and ends things.
Oh yeah.
Let me use the little boys' room. I'll be back.
Let's see what we got going on. Oh, Tavar 101. I think, man, we've had some good viewers today. Appreciate all the on here. Yeah, if they're doing the voice rule look, it would be cool. Yeah, MMP's got some nice stuff going on. Oh my Lord, look at this. What a crew we got going on here.
Hi, guys.
What's that?
That's funny. Yeah. MMP's got some good. I'm considering great campaigns of the American Civil War. Oh, just I need to wait till he gets back on here. I know it's not World War II. What am I thinking? Okay, there's that. So now in my game, it's the French move turn. So I'm just trying to move my French to try to set up some kind of defense here and disrupt. Hey, echoing.
Not Jay.
Yes.
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Good. How about you?
Doing pretty well. Just got back from eating dinner. Had shrimp fettuccine Alfredo.
Ooh.
Well, I guess that over compares to my microwave hot dog I had earlier.
Well, although I live in the sticks, the closest town of any appreciable size does have a really good Italian restaurant run by an Italian. So,
Well, that's good.
You out in Missouri or Kansas? Where you at?
Illinois.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm 3 miles from the Mississippi River, halfway between Hannibal and St. Louis, or Quincy and St. Louis.
He's practically in Missouri.
Yeah.
We'll take him.
Well, I did live in Missouri for 13 godforsaken years.
Yes, you did. Let's see here. Combat benefit. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, bring on.
Let's see here. If I move there, it's going to be 9-1.
Well, I'll put it this way. Freaking turn sequence is 3 damn pages long. This turn here is where the fun begins in this game, because all these units, because of Kiev falling, all these Soviet units get released.
Oh, okay. So it's a good thing for the Russians, sort of.
Yeah, because they need it badly. I'm amazed they've hung on as long as they could around the Kiev area, but there's probably 10 to 15 divisions above them that have been locked in and couldn't do anything. Deb, what are you play testing, or can you even say?
Yeah, it's point blank.
Oh, you said that. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Paul Bexus says he's back.
Well, thank goodness.
And he got the new Lardy's rules today.
Oh, you got O Group?
Yes, he did.
I don't think you can buy that just as PDF. If you can, please let me know.
That's just rude.
Because it goes from 29 pounds conversion postage to $69. I'm like, I can't do that for the tokens and the rules.
Let's see here.
Yeah, I'll be honest. There's one game from them I want to get, but it's just prohibitive, and that's Kriegspiel.
Jace played some of that, right?
Oh, yeah.
What's prohibitive? Just the same thing, shipping and all that?
Shipping, yeah. I mean, I can get the PDF, but then you don't get all the wooden tokens that go along with it. And yes, I probably could go out and make up my own wooden tokens, but I'm lazy.
Hey, own it. Own it.
That's right.
John, I saw that. Were those both ASL packs they put out? I got a quick glimpse of it.
Winter Offensive is always ASL. The Australians, probably another ASL pack.
That's their killer product. It's got, I would assume.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the problem is they never print enough of it, though.
They never what?
They never print enough copies of anything.
Yeah.
Because there's always shortages. And people in my group that I was with were guilty of this. They'd buy 3 or 4 copies of something because they knew a year later they could turn around and sell it for, 2 or 3 times the book price.
Yeah, I know. I think it's funny when you see someone's shelf and they got like 2 or 3 beyond ballot, whatever. I'm like, that's interesting. Yeah. I don't have the money for that. I mean, I know they can make some money on it, but
it does not look like they have a. Looks like they don't have a PDF version of it yet.
They probably will eventually. Well, people, I guess I look forward to you kind of like going through it, and I think I just need a different maybe talk about it than they've put out some great videos about it, but it's not connected with me yet. So
Tabar, it's probably better just to turn them, because if you start putting markers on them, if you're playing a big game, that means you got to take those markers off every time at the end of the movement. Although I can't do that. I am so, I don't know how you all are, but I am anal about my counters not being straight. I got to put these bridge markers down, or these railroad conversion markers, and of course they got to point to a hex side, and I do it, but man, that drives me nuts.
Yeah, that OCD strikes me as well sometimes.
Racking up the points.
I thought you said they weren't going to make it.
No, the French are racking up the points. Defense shattered. Full retreat. Doesn't matter. They're all dead. 4.
You need to work on them cuticles.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're not going to discuss cuticles.
Somebody said cubicles?
Cuticles.
Boom, man! Creating some zones of Zoc bonds here, boys and girls. I should probably do something with this guy. One be 7-2, so 3-1.
Yeah, I can't start the next turn. I got to film this turn.
5-1. 5-1, 4. Oh, DRM. Defense retreat mandatory. The defender must retreat and become constructed in the turn. Bonus advance. Can I retreat into a... so he's disrupted. Okay. Everyone's gotten quiet. Everyone's concentrating on what they're doing.
I'm editing video.
So Matt, the only one that I think you should use video on, that's up to you obviously, is the one where I'm introducing the whole game. And then introducing the player should be voiceover, I think, because I'm reading from a book.
I'm Wardrobe, and I'm your host today for the Battle in Rocky's War Room. This is a cardboard hex encounter war game recreation.
Glorious.
It's amazing.
Absolutely glorious.
You mean like that, Todd?
Yeah. That one should be video because I took time to tie that bow tie by hand. I did it myself.
It's brilliant.
Oh, he wasn't kidding about the bow tie comment.
Oh no, he was not.
Now
You
he
know
just
what?
needs a pipe.
I can
do want
actually,
to
Todd. I can share it if you want.
That's up to you.
No, save it for the actual video.
All right.
Let's not spoil it for anybody. Have to see it in its full glory.
All 10 viewers. Sorry, but you got to hear a little taste.
Yes. Brian Jarvis, Masterpiece Theater? Why, yes. Yes, it is.
So I was watching one of those old British battleground videos from the 70s, 80s, where there's a guy sitting there all in a suit talking about these two guys playing a miniature game in the background, and they talk about the players. They're pretty well done. If you've not seen a battleground, Tynan T's TV or something like that, so go check it out.
Let me tell you, this is going to be amazing. So, the Heroes of Falklands is going to be amazing. Unless you roll like Nache.
Yeah, well, you know.
5, 6, 10, 14. 14 to 4 is 3 to 1. 3 to 1. Oh, come on. 2 to 1. 3 to 1.
I didn't account for that victory location.
3 to 1. 3 to 1, 4. Here's a DR. Defender must retreat or conduct a determined defense. Well, if I retreat, I'm defeated. So I might lose an 847 as a German here. Holy mackerel. So I've got to do a determined defense.
You're a determined defense.
Come on, Guderian.
Retreat.
Guderian.
That was... Whoa, that was close. What's that, not Jay?
I said you're a determined defense.
Oh, geez. Wow. 10 to 1. Oh, wait. If something gets up to 10 to 1, I think it's an automatic. Something automatically happens.
Yeah, people die.
You go bye-bye. I mean, since you got all these rules so down, Jeff, you might could tell me that.
Yeah, something automatic happens.
Thank you.
So like Dev said a little while ago, this game went in, that game went out.
Yup.
Oh, no, never mind.
What was it?
Well, so what it was, I got 10 to 1. You have to have that to get the automatic defensive shattered, but he's an elite unit. So it goes down to 9-1, so it doesn't count for automatic.
Right.
So now,
Well, what's the automatic? I mean, automatic determined defense. Is that what you said?
no, automatic defense shattered,
Oh.
which would have been he would have been okay. He could have retreated.
Dev, do you do this? Pull out all your when you're playing a game and you've got everything nice and trays, and then you start pulling informational counters out and you just leave them on the side of the board.
Oh yeah. It just makes it so much easier. I mean, my OCD wants everything nice and neat and packed away where it should be, except for when I'm playing, and then the sides of my boards are just whirlwinds.
I had a supply truck sitting on an entry point. I had all these informational counters and reinforcements sitting around him, and I forgot to move him for 2 turns. I thought he was just another reinforcement waiting to come in.
Anyone D1. Everyone loses a step. He's dead. He's dead, Jim. Well, the Germans just lost a 2-2-7. That's not good.
That's no major loss.
It's another point for the French, though. Holy mackerel.
Matt Chestnut sent me this game.
Be right back, boys.
We talked about it earlier, and I want to get that. And I know darn well I had this in the 80s. Probably never played it. And I'm gonna get that out. I mean, it's everything's in there. And then I finally got these up when MMP. Just drop it right in the middle of the Never River. And I know that people have seen these a ton, but I'll probably do an unboxing of those because somebody told me you should do some unboxings on this channel.
You know what you need to do if you're so into the MMP games, you need to get Case Blue.
You send it to me, and I'll.
And then set it up and play it.
I could go out there and do it on Vassal, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I've tried my hardest, and I do it every other night to go out there, and I have all the Vassal mods of the games I own to try to start one up and play it. I cannot do it. I can. I can, and it's funny because I'll go play Gary Grigsby's War in the East and love it, and just play for hours and hours and hours. But I try to do one of these things on Vassal, and I cannot do it. In Steelstone, Clay wants to do what you and McMurray have been doing. He wants to do it with the game using Vassal, but with the paper games set up as a reference for the physical games.
Which games? I'm sorry.
I don't know. I told him. I said you pick a game. I said probably should be an easy one, something small. But I don't. Between he and I, do we even own any small games?
Are you talking about Clay Stone? No way.
Huh? Yes, I say I don't think he owns any tiny games.
No, he doesn't believe in that.
I'm gonna be with them Wednesday night. They play Bogdan Ryan every 2 weeks online, and it's I tell you, I'm learning how to play the golf system without even reading the rules. Because I'll tell you one thing that he knows. Oh my God, he knows those rules.
Yeah, I got to play. I got to watch him live playing it with somebody D-Day one. It's pretty awesome. It was so awesome that I bought the game, and as soon as I got it, I looked at it, I sold it.
Oh, to somebody we know?
What's that?
Oh, no, that was what'd you sell to Jester?
No, that's not the one. That was Greatest Day.
Oh.
Sold to him. Yeah, glad I could do him a favor.
The last big monster game I played in 1988 was Dragnak Osten from Europa, GDW's Europa series. And that was a game we got together at the game store once a week. I was there for 6 months. I joined it when it was going on, and it was still going on when I left. And we had like 11 people usually playing it in, well, because we had the command structure, we had it broken down into corps commanders and army group commanders and then the senior command. Yeah, it was quite the involved project. But that was the last time I've done a monster game. I just can't do monster games anymore. I'm a wimp.
I don't think I could do them with somebody else. I think solitaire is it for me when it comes to that. Because I think the time commitment is just too. Brian Jarvis, don't let me find out where you live. Case Blue and Dak 2. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not ready to drop that kind of penny. And I know somebody's got both of them. Yeah, and would even give me a discount. But even a discount would be enough.
Okay, so wait, no, the French aren't quite done. So how's that Hitler thing work? It only worked, okay, that one turn. All right, so I should have retreated him to here, and we can automatically go like that. All these disrupteds come off.
That's right. Disrupteds have to move away, don't they?
No, they don't have to move away, but if they're in a combat zone, it's harder to get it off. So some of them I'm just backing off.
I'll be back in a bit.
Okay, see. No, I don't think that's if it is a rule. I'm not. No, I didn't know it. I've not been doing it.
Yeah, I think just like I say, it's been a while since I played, but I think disrupted have to move away from zone of control.
Oh.
I'm still here.
Brian, I don't know. I mean, I saw somebody was shooting some videos of it or they set it up to start playing it, and then I haven't seen anything. I think a lot of people are cussing and screaming about the depth of the rules. But I mean, if you buy a game like that, you might as well expect that the rules are going to be deep.
Yeah, I know. I've heard that about the game. I haven't heard a lot. I mean, it's so deep and big that I don't think people are really playing it much.
What game is this?
A Time for Trumpets. It's a super chromed up Battle of the Bulge game.
Bruno Synagogue.
It's amazing, apparently, but it's just there's a lot there.
It's still sitting out there on my little dinner table, not punched yet. And I almost wish I hadn't taken the plastic off it.
Disengagement. All right, so why didn't they put the recovery table on the play aid on here? That's a weird thing. Sometimes that's kind of things like, why you have to do it, and it's a table.
I had Lucky Forward set up. I set the maps up and was going to play it. And then I said to myself, oh, God, I'm not ready for this. And took it down and put up an OCS game. Matter of fact, that's when I put up the last Blitzkrieg. Yeah, Todd, when am I going to see that?
See what?
Show me the box.
What box is that?
The last Blitzkrieg. Or Blitzkrieg Legends.
Okay, yeah, just a minute. I got to figure out this recovery thing here real quick.
You got a pretty new version of it, didn't you?
Let's see. Recovery. Hello. Recovery.
Hello.
How about using the index?
Hello.
Hey, I bet.
Bueller.
Caw. Look up here.
Well, I'm going to say still that outside of these big games, Day of Days, that I had the most fun with that game.
Yeah, you seem to really enjoy that one.
It was well worth it. I mean, it's still in my brain to put it back on the table and play the American side of it.
Of course.
So I mostly just buy to piss my wife off. John,
dyslexia makes the rules a lot more fun.
yeah, the GMT complexity level goes up by 2 points.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. This table is 6x5, and this Kiev to Rostov, other than in the corners, fills this table up. So I can't imagine trying to hook Army Group South to this thing.
Yeah, really. Yeah, you look like it's full. Oh, yeah, Blitzkrieg Legend. Oh, actually, I'm not quite done with the French turn. Hold on. Supply. So I think a city provides supply.
What you saying? You were teaching your wife World at War there, not Jay?
Oh yeah, not Jay.
Muted.
Yes, I am.
How's that going?
She enjoyed it,
Yeah,
but
that's good.
I think it was more of we were spending time together than anything.
Yep.
My supplies are
We'll
Silly how wives require that of us.
supplies available.
Right. If she's willing to do that for me to spend time with her, I got no arguments. But she also, she knew going in, this is what I am.
Right.
So, and she had never painted a miniature before. She's a bit of an artist. She's really good at, painting stuff like, on canvas.
Yeah.
I said, I want to paint something. What can I paint? Well, I've got a couple of these dwarves here. Let me paint those. Oh my Lord. It looks like she had been painting for decades. She makes me ill.
Yeah, my wife, she fortunately is also a gamer. I tried getting her into miniature gaming way back in the day, and she did a little bit with me. And she painted up a bunch of miniatures too. She wasn't bad, but she's more computer games, MMOs, World of Warcraft, EverQuest, stuff like that. So.
I still play that damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
That World of Tanks.
Oh, man. I keep looking at him. It's character is Cad Bane from
Clone Wars.
Clone Wars. And I want to take my time with him and make him really good because he is now what Boba Fett was to me when I originally got him going. It took me 4 months after I unpacked him to put a brush to Boba Fett. I think I did a pretty good job on him. Yeah.
Dang.
Him and Amidala, Padme, in her battle arena outfit that she was wearing.
Strategically torn.
Yeah, well, the model does not have a strategically torn bit on it, but yes, that is the outfit.
That's okay. Her daughter ended up wearing a slave girl outfit, so I mean.
Yep.
One thing I've never understood. She was Queen Amidala.
Yes.
That means Leia is Princess Leia. Why isn't Luke Prince Luke?
Because she wasn't Princess Leia of Naboo. She was Princess Leia of Alderaan.
Yeah, but they know their parent. They know their parentage now. He can claim the title Prince, can't he? And how do you have a princess in a constitutionally elected republic on Alderaan, anyways?
Same way you have a constitutionally elected queen.
What?
It's just the little things in Star Wars that make me scratch
Padme
my head.
Amidala was elected queen for 2 years.
Oh yeah.
Then she stopped being the queen and became a senator, which apparently is more
Prestigious than being a queen.
Yeah, more politically influential. What are we looking at? The Blitzkrieg Legend Battle for France?
Oh, there we go.
Is that TCS or BCS?
OCS.
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 Officer Candidate School?
Yes.
Operational Combat System.
Oh.
Great freaking game.
44 pages of special rules, but that's not 44 pages. That's scenario. That's mainly scenario.
That's just the module rules.
But that's just scenario. That's primarily scenarios.
You decided what scenario you're going to play?
No, I haven't even began looking at this one yet. It's not punched yet, so I got to work through that.
Clip them.
Oh yeah.
Unpunched counters.
So the main rules are.
Holy crap.
44 pages. No, you're going to get the updated ones online.
I got them. And the new play aids. So 44 pages of main rules, and there's this one actually, like I said, doesn't have that many special rules. It's like
German airdrops.
How many sheets of counters?
so it's hold on, it's 8 pages of special rules, and then the rest of that are scenarios. Let's see. So far, I see 3, 4, 5. Another map with small possible tuck.
I don't clip.
You should.
I'm not paying $195 for a clipper.
$22.
You can get an Oregon Deluxe for like $40 from Amazon.
Well, you don't get the deluxe.
But all you hex and counter guys say they break.
No, yeah, exactly. Don't get the deluxe.
No, see, I've never had a problem with my Deluxe. I've had my Deluxe for 3 or 4 years.
42 bucks.
I got a solution to this. So just buy lock and load games,
And
I never have to worry about it. You know.
I keep one of those big plastic Oregon ones around for games like From One Small Step because they're so thick.
Mhm.
Now, but those metal ones, I mean, I roll. I was just telling him earlier, I've got a half a sheet left of Atlantic Wall. It's only been out there on the coffee table for 4 weeks now, punching it.
Is that the Decision Games version of Atlantic Wall? Oh, God.
That's the last of the Goss games, and then I find out that Joe Youse, whatever, wants to put Highway to the Reich into the Goss system.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, Todd. I appreciate that unboxing video.
Yeah.
That was a great unboxing, dude.
Wasn't it amazing?
What an unboxing video.
That just there.
You blinked and missed it.
Exactly.
You wouldn't be interested, Matt.
I don't know if you were there teaching me how to play. Maybe
Yeah.
No, you probably wouldn't be interested.
GD40.
Cross Deutschland.
Did you just get that one too?
Yeah.
What, did you get that from MMP or did you get that somewhere else?
Used.
Oh, okay.
Guten Tag.
Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go. Not today.
Monta Lamar. It's the only one he owns.
That's all right.
It's not the only one I own. Thank you.
It's the only CS company.
It's the closest one at hand.
I also have World War 85. Thank you.
Don't make me
Oh,
do it.
I got this here. Oh, look, feet of arms. See that? Yeah, there we go. We're showing stuff off. Yeah.
All right, put them back in your pants, boys.
There you go. And everything on them
Who wins?
are World War I, Civil War, Napoleon, and World War II.
You win. I concede.
Yeah, but I'll bet you your miniature collection triples that.
It might.
It might.
See, y'all have probably bought and sold more. Well, y'all have probably bought and sold more board games than I have sold
I'll be right back.
miniatures, because I don't sell miniatures. I still have the first miniature I ever bought.
The GD40 looked good. Well, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. There's a box in my closet with World War II, Napoleonic, and American Civil War miniatures. I did paint for a long, long time, but I don't know. I don't know if you guys go through phases or not where you just got to stop.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I did that for 15 years.
Except for Warmutt, he just keeps going.
Well, he's still fresh.
He's doing the thing we all did. I mean, I've got Lord of the Rings miniatures up here that are from like when they began. I've got I don't know, a bajillion Antares miniatures, a bunch of Mythic Americas, Civil War, English Civil War by passion, ACW in 3 different scales, Night Hunts from Warhammer. Why I have those, I don't know. I just wanted them. I had to stop.
So, okay, since y'all have done this for so long, here's a question. When it comes to miniatures over the years, what series of miniatures has been like the biggest, most popular that people have just jumped all over? Is it Warhammer?
Well, that's the obvious elephant in the room, yeah. It's just because it's so easy to find a game, and they've had such a history and a build-up and their own stores, and Warlord's right behind them, though.
Warlord's getting there. Warlord is getting there.
Yeah, but 40K's got. I mean, 40K's. That's the one. I mean, just look at the videos that you. I mean, just put a video on, you can get 3,000 views.
Yeah, so, Warhammer is definitely the top dog when it comes.
It's the 800-pound gorilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as far as historical, I'm going to say bolt action, Flames of War. Chain of Command, though. I mean, Chain of Command really got a lot of traction.
But let's be honest.
My local store floods their shelves with Warlords, a ton of that stuff. I mean, they got 4 or 5 aisles with nothing but Warlords. But, of course, when I go in there, I'm looking at their 3-foot by 3-foot section of war games that's updated. And I don't get to see, but it's just the one whole side of the store. It's a decent sized store. It's magazines, rules, and I mean everything from miniatures and Magic the Gathering, and then of course D&D, all over that place.
What's the game store?
Oh my God, it's here in Martinsburg, West Virginia, but I can't think of the name off the top of my head.
8380 Watson Road, St. Louis, Missouri.
Game night.
Game night.
And I bought a few things from them because usually they'll have a GMT game that is on the shelf, still in a shrink wrap, and it's still got its initial sale price, and it's been out of print. And I really don't think they know. Oh, stop it!
Y'all showing off. I'm showing off stuff that ain't even been released yet.
Damn you!
The Atlanta campaign.
Yeah, it's American Civil War. Meh.
ACW. Yeah.
I mean, it's cool, but meh.
When? That's all I want to know. When.
Yeah, that's one that got really popular, Peter, for a long time. War Machine, and they just went downhill.
Yeah,
they've got new stuff though that started to gain popularity, like Monster Apocalypse, which is kind of more of a board game. Their RPG game's a little bit more popular now, but their miniature game was so involved and so tournament frenzy that it died. Tournament centric.
What was this, Matt? What?
War Machine. They call it War Hordes. It's like there's War Machine and there's War Machine Hordes where you could get larger amount of models, but there were so many little rules and you had to follow the tournament rules. You could not run a story. You could. They're bigger miniatures. You can do whatever you want with them, but War Machine, it's Warjacks and Wizards and stuff, and it's so tournament style play. It's almost too much. Yeah, I'm a story guy. I just
there was no real good way
I like to tell a story.
of telling a story with their rules.
Not at all.
But it was all about the synergies of the characters that you brought to the table. If you had this character and this character at the same time,
it was like Magic, the card game. It really was. Yeah, that and Malifaux. Malifaux played the same way. All about the synergies and the tricks and.
It was a smoky clear hero character. Can't remember anything about it. I never got into the system. Yeah, Antares is very Star Trek, like space opera like miniatures game.
Well, what was it you all were playing the other night with the? You had the 4 islands and then the 1 island in the center.
That's Fistful of Lead is the rule set.
That wasn't the Savage game?
With the pagoda in the middle that had to be destroyed, the little 4 pagodas.
No, that was Fistful of Lead by Wiley Games.
I thought Savage was on the islands. Okay. We got a designer here. Let's see. Where did I see that? I'm designing an MMO. That's interesting. That's Cody. Start a channel. Start telling us about it.
That's right.
Oh, Lucky Forward. You got to get that, Jeff.
Got it.
Okay, good.
Punched and ready. Eventually, I will get to Goss.
Yeah, that'll be cool. There's not a lot of videos on that.
No. Yeah, you're right.
So Jeff, one of the let's see, I gotta hide that comment.
What were you saying about what we were playing the other night?
The island and the pagodas.
Fistful of Lead.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you're telling me that rule set, because you weren't playing with Western heroes, you were playing with shoguns and...
I was playing with Samurai and Questing Knights.
Questing Knights, yeah.
Might and Melee.
Fistful of Lead, the core rule set.
Oh, here we go.
He's got to explain it.
Fistful of Lead can literally be played with any miniature you own.
Yeah, I proved
for
that.
Any genre.
We played dodgeball.
Yeah, we played Hoplite Dodgeball, for God's sakes. I've played Korean Air War with their while
he's looking it up, Jeff, Pete Backus played just a couple weeks ago Finnish and Soviet World War II with 6 guys aside, and then I played bigger battles against Americans against German. So
yeah, we're gonna do a bigger battle, Samurai versus Hoplites.
Yeah. So I used this rule set, Starfighters, which is based off the core rules, to play MiGs versus F-86s.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Also going to be
he's not done. Okay.
Using these rules to fight World War II warships. I mean, literally.
You're saying you're not going to be using the War at Sea rules?
Victory at Sea? Well, I might, but you know.
Oh, we're using those rules. I've got the Admiral edition. I'm unboxing here next week. So
when you've got a rule set that can literally do anything for you,
why go?
In the 80s or in the late 70s or mid 70s, when I got into wargaming, of course, my first game was Terrible Swift Sword. My mom bought me for Christmas one year. But there were like 4 or 5 guys in the neighborhood that's what they did. They gamed, and we always used to talk about taking the French in Wellington's victory and playing them because the scale was pretty much the same against the Confederates or the Union on one of the 2 maps. Never got around to it, but always talked about doing it. But my God, now you guys can take one rule book and play any era.
Yep.
Yeah, Jeff, he's done a great job. Jay Wiley, who's from the area where Chris is from. So they know each other. The reason I said, oh, here we go, is because Chris has been talking this game up for years. And we finally all kind of caught on maybe last year or the year before. We finally finally listened to him. So we got it, Chris. You're right. Stop.
Yeah, now I'm writing scenarios for them, and
yeah. I mean, Matt's channel's kind of become a promotion vehicle for Jay Wiley because it's pretty cool though because you can really get 6 miniatures aside and you can play a really cool game.
You can literally play whatever the hell you want. I played Hoplite Dodgeball. I put Samurais and Questing Knights. I Western stuff, a whole story. It's literally the jack of all trades game out there. And even though he puts out other sets that have the other themes, you literally can pick something from that one and pick something from that one, and you got a game. We had Hoplites versus Skeletons. You know, what else did we do, Nache? Can't remember.
I mean, you know,
everything. But Bigger Battles is coming. We're going to be playing with Aztec zombies with it. You know, we're going to be doing just ridiculousness with it. I wanted to push the limits of this game, and I haven't yet. Like Napoleonic riding dinosaurs.
Yep.
I mean, that's going to happen. It's going to happen. I got some dinosaurs I found, and I have some Napoleonic miniatures riding horses that I'm going to combine together, and we're going to be playing Napoleonic dinosaurs. That's what we're going to do with that. It's going to happen.
I'm telling you.
No doubt. When you did the islands one with the Questing Knights, I was like, what the fuck is this? And then I watched it, I was like, man.
It was a lot of fun, wasn't it? It was a lot of fun. The one we did the other night, I don't know if you the last one we did was the Forest of Forgotten Men, and it was a forest that continually moved.
Yeah.
You know, and I made these 1-inch popsicle stick movable type things that I've been wanting to use, and for a scenario I wrote that also can be done as a dungeon, but I thought, why not try to do it with a forest? And it worked. And Warmutt got thrown off the table by McMurray with the moving forest. So that was
the one where the hedgerow spun and
threw him off the table. Yep. Mm-hmm. He got lost in the forest. So, and Jay was playing with us. The creator of the game was playing with us, and he's ready for Game 3. And Game 3 is going to be the Mountains of Mist. So,
wasn't this part of a 6-scenario campaign you're working on?
I wrote it, and it's complete. I'm just playing the games out. That way we can play test and play at the same time. So the Mountains of Mist is going to be foggy.
Thanks, St. Anthony.
You found your keys.
I went to go look.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so Jeff, that game is, you know, you could easily join when Matt runs the game and play it, because they could just send you some character sheets basically, and the player quick play aid 1-pager or 2-pager, and you can play it.
And you just need a deck of cards.
Oh yeah, a deck of regular cards, which I guarantee you have. So,
I mean, it's nice to have the fancy cards, but you don't gotta.
Oh boy, here we go, Mr. Longshore talking trash here.
No, John, you did not say that. Come on.
The boys from Virginia here.
Musket range was longer. Come on.
We had guys hiding in trees shooting for people with feathers.
Well, we're just gonna have to settle on the Wiley Games battlefield and get some Napoleonics against some.
That'd be good for bigger battles.
That'd be fun.
Hey, John, just as a side note, all my computer screensavers, my desktops are all Napoleon.
Oh, seriously, that's funny.
He's my idol. Not for his bad side, just for all the good things he did. There was a documentary I saw the other night, kind of robotic. The voice that was reading it, but they were ranking the top. They did a statistical analysis of all the generals throughout time. And of course, you know, he came out number 1 when they put all the numbers together. But I mean, it's funny because some of them, like Alexander, was like way down the bottom of the list. And
we've been looking for my wife's keys forever. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
That's all right. And then there were some names in there, and I want to say I saw you guys talking about a Chinese general named Ran or something like that. RAN. He was like number 2 in that list.
I'm not familiar with him.
I saw that. I was like, whoa. There were like 3 or 4 names I'd never heard of. Todd, who's the trifold for behind you? The flag trifold?
That's my dad's. He was in the Navy in Nam.
Okay.
He didn't see a whole lot of action there. He shot his pistol off the deck of the ship, and he got a scar. He got a scar on his arm, like right here. And I said, so what happened there? And he's it's a big battle for the bar in the Philippines. You got 3.
I got a couple of those scars, and from Korea, and
I actually,
Australia.
you know what? I always said that, and I need to change that because it wasn't a bar. It was a currency exchange place. And he called out the person. He thought he was getting ripped off, and they threw him through the window. Or hit him somehow. He got this scar on his arm. That was his war. He was on the ships, the flat bottom, delivering Anheuser-Busch and other stuff to
transports.
But he'd driving that huge forklift on the ships and all that. So fortunately for him, he didn't have to see much stuff. But he was in the Navy for whatever the time, 4 years or something. And so that he died in 2019. That was his. I think I had my grandpa's somewhere too, but World War II. My stepdad served and he lost half his leg. So a little bit more stuff. But yeah, that's who it is. Thanks for asking. So, Jeff, I keep wanting to say one of the MMP pre-orders is this is way off the subject what we're talking about, but great campaigns in the American Civil War. I keep thinking, man, maybe because I just heard some guy talking about it, and whenever this guy says something, I'm like, oh man, maybe and it seems like it's pretty friendly, soloable, and
the dual pack. Push strikes north and
I figure you might as well get 2 of them,
Yeah.
But I'm not an ACW guy, so I'm a little nervous about getting it, and then I'm just not that interested after
I'll tell you what. You know what? Today's your lucky day. I got 2 games I'm getting ready to send out. I happen to have a second copy of Avalon Hill's Here Come the Rebels, and I'm gonna get your mailing address. I'm gonna send you that second copy.
What?
And you give that thing a spin. It's of course they've advanced the system a little bit with MMP. But that'll kick you off in the right direction. And you play the small scenarios in there, and if you don't like it, box up, send it back. If you like it, keep it and play it.
All right, yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, so I've been kind of wondering about that pre-order, thinking, do I get that or?
I got it. I ordered the dual pack on pre-order, and it's funny because the individual games I don't think they even come close to their numbers, but the dual pack I think did.
Well, they'll add them together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some of the people just got that. Which they got one of them recently, so I don't think they need it. So they're just getting the other one.
Deb, when are we going to see this Atlanta thing? Because
as soon as I get done with Point Blank, so probably next week or the week after. That's the next game. That's one of our Battles on Demand game that we are doing in conjunction with War Diary magazine. And there were 3 of them that were supposed to be out within relatively short time. Atlanta, Princeton, and Trenton, but there was a problem with the counters from Trenton. So we have to have China reprint the counters. So that one's going to be delayed a bit. But yeah, Atlanta should be the next one that's coming up on print on demand. And then Princeton after that, hopefully by the end of March, April, pretty much whenever I get done doing my final editing and viewing of it.
What's the print on demand? You lost me there.
Oh yeah, that's kind of that's the lock and load publishing games that aren't our mainline games. For example, Atlanta it's 3 maps, 11 by 17 each, 1 counter sheet, 4 scenarios, and I think it's going to retail for like $35, $45. So. And the cool thing about it is if you subscribe to War Diary magazine, this is the deal we have set up with War Diary magazine, and it's like quarterly, so it's like 3 or 4 issues a year. But if you subscribe to the magazine for $35, you also get to choose one of our Battles on Demand game for absolutely free, and we'll ship it to you. And you get 3 different coupon codes from 3 different companies. I know it's a 25% off code for Lock and Load. but I can never remember what the other two game companies are. So you interested in the Atlanta one?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll talk later. We'll talk later.
Definitely. You know,
I know a guy who might be able to hook you up with that.
Oh, I'll have to meet him.
I don't know. He's kind of a jerk. Dude still owes me money.
The only one I can't get my hands
He's
on.
ugly, man. You seen him? He's ugly.
The MMP's Lookout Mountain Chattanooga one.
Wow.
That above the clouds.
Yeah.
How did that game get so out of print expensive compared to the rest of them?
It's MMP. They just didn't print enough copies. That's what it comes down to.
I've not seen one less than $300.
No, I believe it. Well, look at friggin' Case Blue or DAC 2. How expensive do those go?
$400.
Yep.
$400.
$400 for a friggin' game?
Oh, I saw Case Blue for $6.99 the other day and now it's not there anymore. So somebody either grabbed it or they just said,
So
someone probably grabbed it. Yeah.
for $700. There's a lot of game in there. I mean, you can get a lot of game in there, but holy mackerel.
I passed on Guderian's Blitzkrieg 2.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they did that game. There were two different boxes with that game. And I guess there was an original one and then there was a second one. But I passed because I thought the box looked phony and I didn't do my research. It was somebody sold it outright for $125.
Oh,
and it had all the some expansion stuff in it. I would have bought that had I known any better. Oh,
Now,
well.
to be fair,
Yeah.
you can spend a shit ton of money on with miniature stuff also. So, I mean,
no, 100%. Yeah.
All right. So here you go, not Jay. So when I came back to gaming last year, not last year before last, probably about November, I had walked into my closet over here and I opened up the door and it was just cold, had a streaky days or just weren't doing nothing outside. And I saw my terrible Swift sword sitting up on the shelf. I said, let's play that. Let's play a scenario. And then I got bit by the bug again. And I come across Kyle Seeley online. I saw one of his videos playing the one with the Grant driving down into Richmond and Gainesville. He's playing Gainesville. That's what it was. And I said, my God, that looks good. And this is like I say, Devin, I hadn't heard of MMP.
Right.
So I went ahead and I said, oh man, I got one of these games in this series that all the Quiet Fields or whatever. And I played it and I said, oh, let me go see if there's any more of these. I dropped $3,200 that night on Noble Knight, eBay to get the entire collection and the Great Battle of the American Civil War. Started building that collection. Now I've got all of those, and I love them. I mean, I'm not in my Civil War mode right now, but getting out one of the great battles and setting them up, or one of the great campaigns ones, any Civil War game, I'll get out and play it, and I'm addicted to that. I mean, I live at the top of the Shenandoah Valley, so everything is within 2 hours of me. Gettysburg is my vacation spot.
Yeah,
twice a year at least. So,
see, I'm jealous about that. I'm as far away from Gettysburg as you can get and still remain in the lower 48. So, torques me to no end. We have the most we have historical wise here in Seattle is the Pacific Northwest Indians, which is a phenomenal history, and we have an island out here. Pepper, do you remember what the name of the island? The India that you go for, you get the, No, not Whidbey. It's where you go for dinner and a show. Now, we've got an island here that's owned wholly by one of the tribes, and they basically have this fantastic dinner and traditional tribal Indian presentation that they put on. It's like $100 a plate to get out there because you got to take a water transport to get out there. But other than that, we've got some French and British trading posts, and that's about the only historical significance we have up here in Seattle. So Pepper's my wife is trying to tell me, well, we've got a road here that was built by General Grant. No, that's not. That's surveyed by General Grant. It's like, no, that's pales in comparison to Gettysburg.
Yeah.
You just can't get it all. You know, what's funny is so I'm in Berkeley County, West Virginia, and Winchester's like 20 minutes from me south. And I go down there and play golf at some of the golf courses. But you know what? I've never been on any of the battlefields in the Winchester, Newmarket, Front Royal. Never. But man, I'll get in my car. You breathe Gettysburg, and let's go. I've studied that place since I was 8. And I mean, I make it a point twice a year to go up there. It's funny because I'll have days sometimes where I'll just take a day off work. I'll get in my car because I want to go up and I want to look at a particular spot in the first day's fighting. And I'll go up there and I'll walk just a little piece of Oak Hill or McPherson's Ridge or something like that, and then come home. And you know, I spent maybe the morning up there and then just come home. And of course, you know what happens when you come home after going there. You got to get something out on the table, or you got to play something or read something about where you just were. And yeah, I can never get enough of that place. Never. I used to take the color guard, the Third U.S. Infantry out of Belvoir that does the Arlington Cemetery stuff. I used to take them on spur rides up there. I'd meet them up there in their tour buses, and they would have points where the NCOs would give little blocks of instruction, and then when they were done, I would fill in the blanks. Man, I got more coins from the sergeant majors of the 3rd Infantry laying around this place. But I'll tell you, I never got bored with it, never did. So y'all ever come up this way, want to go to G-Berg, holler. And Todd, you boys over there just on the Mississippi ain't that far away.
Do I have to drive there?
You fly, I'll pick you up.
Well, when we go to like Little Wars or something,
Do I have to fly there?
Well, no, actually, that kind of reminds me. WBC is in Pennsylvania, isn't it?
Sure.
And I might be making it out that way this year if WBC happens.
Never been to one, but I've said if they do have it, I'm going to my first one. If they have it live, I mean, yeah, it's just matter of fact. I don't think that's more than an hour and a half for me.
Yeah. So we'll have to get together if both of us make it. So
yeah, that'd be awesome. That Little Wars and Historicon are two of my buckets.
Well, I'm building up to. I have the Paint-A-Con, which is a 24-hour straight paint and interview that I started last year. That I'm going to be doing again this year. Devin, I'll be getting in contact with you about that.
Okay.
And we start at midnight and end at midnight, and we paint for 24 hours. But I'm building up to RockyCon. That's going to happen one day. And RockyCon's going to be everything. So it's Hex and Counter, it's board games, it's miniature games, whatever you want to play. I'll probably start off with, hey, guys, bring in play. Here's your registration, you know. It'll be fun.
I'm dying to see one of these conventions. I really am. I mean, I don't.
It's a blast.
I listen to guys talk about they go there and they get into competitions. I don't even want to play. I want to go. I want to see what this could put. My experience with gaming, other than the couple of guys I know down the road here, which it's very rare, but is you guys. That's it. So my closest thing to a 2-player game is watching you guys move minis around and play that, or watching Todd play France 40 or the other game with McMurray, or Deb watching you do. I don't get it's. I don't know. It's not. I don't want to say it's not my thing because I haven't done it really, but I really want to go to one of these and just see how other people approach some of the way they play these games. Because I know my philosophy, but I'm playing solitaire. I want to see what it's like with 2 or 3 guys taking 2 or 3 guys on, or people, whatever. And then I want to see the vendors. Of course, I want to see all the vendors.
Yeah, we need to go to Consim World Expo too.
We'll never get one out here on this side of the Mississippi.
I go to that.
Phoenix, and where's the other one this year? Texas? Phoenix and Texas or something? They got 2 of them this year?
I think so. Yeah, but I think it'd be awesome to go someplace and play a game for 5 to 7 days. How cool would that be?
Isn't that the one down they also do in Arizona?
That's the Phoenix one.
That's the main place, but they got 2 this year in 2 locations. At least I want to say I heard John Krantz say something about that.
Yeah, I think they're wanting to expand out.
And I hear that's the big dog for monster games.
See, the thing with me in tournaments is not tournaments, conventions. I'm kind of like you, Jeff. I don't go to conventions to play games. I haven't played a game at a convention in God knows how long. I just go to watch and network with people that I generally only get to do via, this medium. So yeah, I don't play a lot of games and cons.
I normally, when I go to recruits, I'm there to run games because I want to, I want to show off games that excite me to, these new, literally these new recruits, all these kids that are from the high school that I went to that are, showing some interest in the hobby.
Yeah, I gotta hit recruits too. So Tony Beck, I'm in Malta, surrounded by history. My house is more than 200 years old, and I can almost see Fort St. Elmo out of my window. That's pretty crazy, man.
On Malta, huh, Tony? Wow.
I think I've seen that before. Yeah.
I have that, Brian. I have that sitting over on the shelf that somebody gave it to me for me to play, and I still have not set that up. You talking about the old Avalon Hill Aristotle Crete?
Oh yeah, the joint game Crete and Malta. It's pretty interesting.
I think I owned that years ago, and I think I played it. But
John says parts of my family were United Empire loyalists. They owned the big White House on the hill in New York when revolutionaries asked them if they wanted to give it all up and join the revolution.
How'd that go?
You can have some cool wilderness games and Wiley games. I think that could be fun too. Fur traders. Oh, here we go. We got the answer here. They said no.
I heard the sergeant major laugh, Dad.
He said no. Got on British ships and were granted 40 acres of rocky parking lot land in Newfoundland.
No, dog.
That's fine.
I've been addicted to Custer documentaries lately about all the different stories and people's different tales about the ones I seem to take the most to heart are the ones where they have the natives that are telling the story, passed down through their ancestors and how that. And I've been really intrigued with that and the Kennedy assassination. I don't know why. God.
Yeah, it's easy to fall into that stuff. Kind of wrapped up in it.
Yeah,
all right, that tournament took me 2 hours, and man, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate all you guys coming on. This has made it a great. This is a very intense turn, so it's good to have all the discussion going on and all the people chatting, man. So, Brian, John, P. Backus, Tavar, Peter, you guys kept it up too. I appreciate you kind of keeping each other company as we all just kind of droned on. Tony's board life. He was on. Charles Latorre.
I wasn't droning. I was talking.
I know you had very good stuff there, Matt. Yeah.
Am I wrong? Or have we been on for 3 hours?
2.5.
Oh my God.
It flies by.
Time flies.
It flies me having this much fun.
Flies by when you do a top 16 and the frying pan didn't win.
But the 45 did.
That's bull crap. Hey, don't even bring it up because you're gonna McMurray's gonna be out there working. He's gonna be like his
ears will burn and then he'll pop in.
He'll pop in here like you sons, and then just go off for another 2 hours.
That's like mentioning clipping counters to ID Jester.
Yeah, I just wish Jester would play a war game. That's why when I came over to that channel, Todd, when you brought me around to all this, I knew he was dilly-dallying with like the sports games, but boy, he had a quick change, and now all I see him is playing freaking Pathfinder every night, and he streams it every night, and I'm like, well, you know what? Hell, he enjoys it. So,
you should have been around when he was doing friggin' nothing but Stratomatic.
Yeah,
baseball.
Yeah, he was sports all the time. So much so that I always say this, but he'd have 4 guys come on there and they'd talk about the real baseball season, give their predictions, and do all that. I mean, they know their stuff.
Well, if that's what floats your boat and you're good at it, do it.
Yeah, there's a pretty devout sports game following. I kind of was on some of them. Man, I got a major hair out of place here. Yeah, it's I played a few and I gained a few viewers just because I was playing some sports games. So Toady, we'll close out with Toady's comment here. More bombs were dropped on Malta per square mile than Stalingrad in World War II. Yep, and never surrendered. Way to go, Malta.
Gents, I enjoyed it.
Yep, good time, man. Everyone, I'm sure everyone's pumped for the new work week. Woohoo!
Yay.
Everyone, yay.
I sit at the desk and work on maps on the
All right,
computer.
well, you know what we should do real quick since we got all the channels on here. So, Jeff, what do you got? You think you're going to be doing this week? You do some more East Front?
Yeah, East Front. I still want to pop over and do this Gazala thing, and really, that's other than shooting some tanks online. This has got my brain occupied. So
Sweet. Matt, what's going on the Rockies War Room?
Hero of the Falklands. No, we got a couple unboxing videos. Basically, we're Lock and Load Tactical. We did a combined video for the core rule book, just a flip through and a talk about, along with the player aids. And we have our unboxing of the Hero of the Falklands because this is Hex Encounter Week on Rockies War Room TV.
Yeah, because this is the first week of the month already again.
Again,
Yes.
yeah, I couldn't believe it.
And we're going to be setting up our first scenario and probably going to be recording that one because we're still learning the game and stuff. And if we do it live, it'll just be an absolute dumpster fire. So we're going to go ahead and do it recorded and throw it up there. And then you guys will see once a month a new scenario from Hero of the Falklands till we get through every single one of the scenarios in the Falklands. And then we're going to move on to, what is it, Nache? What are we moving on to after that? Heroes of Nam, I think, after that. And we're just going to play through the scenarios. And Nache is going to be Argentine, and I'm going to be the British, chaps. And Wardrobe's going to be the narrator. So, and it's going to be wonderful. We've already got a wonderful introduction from him, and it's brilliant at what he calls Nache. It's so funny. So you can't miss that, please. You can't miss that. So he's the Nacheist of the Naches. And he's going to be doing it entirely in Argentine language. So it ought to be fun.
Yeah. Buenos noches.
How about you, Devin? Anything coming on your channel, or are you just going to be doing?
Point Blank should be getting videos of that out this week. Spent the last 2 weeks going over the rules, making sure they were set in my mind because, as everybody knows, I make lots of mistakes in my videos. But for new games like this, I kind of need to put a little bit more effort to get them more rules accurate to generate more hype for them. So we're going to be doing, it's not really an unboxing, but we're going to be going through and looking through the components, basically what you get in it, what all the cards, what all the icons on the cards are, basic game overview, and then hopefully maybe also this week start getting some gameplay recorded of it. So that's what's on my table.
Cool. And not Jay, you're going to be on Matt's channel doing a bunch of the stuff. You're going to record some live stuff that yet, or is that going to?
Well, I after earlier with you, I went and turned on the ability to do live streaming on my YouTube channel.
Whoop.
So there might be some individual content coming from there also. Just if nothing else, me being bored as ass, sitting here painting my miniatures. Sweet. If people want to come in and harass me, by all means, whatever. Cool.
Well, we look forward to that, man. That's gonna be good. He was on with me, and he finally said, "Gosh, if Todd can do this, why am I not? It's so simple."
Yeah.
That's awesome, not Jay. So everybody, thanks a lot. Thanks for those reports. It's gonna be a good week on the YouTubes. Got some good content coming, and we'll see y'all later.
Ta-ta.